Look at how they score. Defense, everybody close down. Look, what a disgrace. That guy, he makes me puke, to say the very least. But is that what you guys want? God bless. Have it. I hope you do the same thing next year in Europe, and because you're going to get your ass kicked. Because this mentality here, if it stays the same, is going to be contagious for you to get your ass kicked again and very fast. And there is nobody that can be blamed other than you guys keeping this loser over here, making so much money and disgracing soccer per se. Like you have to wear them all the time?
Nah, most of the time. I
like
see better. I don't have to. I just see.
Can you see this?
Guys, welcome back to Italian Football TV. Welcome back to the podcast. Very happy to do what?
It's kind of close, no?
Yeah, it's close, but it's a zoomed out lens. It's a zoomed out lens today. Look, you can see it right over there. You see how far out it is? It's good, no?
Making sure. I can see your pupil or something, right?
Making sure.
So, welcome back to everybody. Antonio, we've already lost Antonio's attention over here.
Go ahead.
That's
Anto.
the settings.
I'm muting my phone.
Very good. We appreciate that.
I'm muting
The other way.
Don't worry about it. None of your business.
He
Go ahead.
unmuted it.
I am muted it anyway. Just
Why?
Because I want to piss him off.
But you piss me off
I
too.
don't care.
Do you care about bothering anybody?
No.
No.
So
no.
what is the topic of today? I didn't watch the game. I saw that Roma won 2-1. That was a great thing. It's actually much better for us because the longer they stay on the UEFA, the less of our chance that they're going to be more fresh to
That's
challenge
what you're
the
worried
fourth
about.
place.
You're worried about Roma.
Yeah, I'm worrying about everybody. I just want AC Milan to be one of the four. That's it. Yeah.
Well, the topics would be, we had the Wednesday games. We had Juventus against Napoli, and we had Inter Sassuolo. And then, of course, we had Europa League where Roma won, which we just finished watching, against Ajax. So there was a lot of games. There was a lot of talking points. I think we learned a lot this weekend. I think this weekend was the one that we really understood. You guys want to start with Roma, since we're talking about Roma?
I didn't watch the game, but if you guys telling me, I mean, I saw some highlights. I mean, I didn't see the goals, but Roma scored 87 minutes.
You saw the highlights and you didn't see the goals.
I was on the computer before I came over. That's all.
But I'm saying you saw the highlights or you just
No,
saw...
I saw some of the headlines. That's what I meant to say, not the highlights.
The headlines. Okay, well, Roma
Show
did.
it to me, by the way.
I'll show you after.
Roma did win in the 87th minute. They scored the winner to win 2-1. My dad was here. My dad was flipping out because Roma, for the goal, Roma conceded on the first goal.
I mean, the match was, first of all, it was pretty crazy. The first goal, like Marco was saying, Gaetano always says, don't pass it back to the goalkeeper. And they ended up conceding a goal. But they didn't let that stop them. They actually came back, won it 2-1. I feel like Roma were really fortunate because Ajax had a lot of chances. Paul Lopez had an incredible game. I definitely would give him the MVP. He saved them so much. He saved the penalty also against Ajax.
The
and
penalty
two
was...
away goals. Yeah, it was right at him. But, you know, how many
He
people are
stayed in
going
the
to
middle.
stay? How many people are going to
He
stay in the middle? How many goalkeepers? So they got 2 away goals at... the Johan Cruyff Arena, and you know there's still a lot of work to be done at the Olimpico. But great first leg. I'm really proud of them, especially because they had 5 or 6 key players out. They're playing Cristante as a center back when he's usually a midfielder. And I was surprised. I was hoping for a draw, and they got 2-1 win.
Yeah, you moved it there, and then you moved it backwards.
Oh,
Move it a little bit like this. Look. There, and now push it. Yeah, We're only like 200 episodes in, but we're getting it.
The thing is, I do that because I look at the monitor. So I'm always looking.
Yeah, but
You forget it. You don't even know how to talk into the mic.
I don't have to.
Antonio's gotten better with the mic. You used to like run away from the mic. Like it used to be like on purpose that you would go away. Peter, since day one, he's the best. Him, my dad, and me, we speak always into the mic.
I'm a performer.
You're a performer.
I know.
Yeah, he's a clown at the freaking circus.
He kind of looks like a clown too.
Did you ever watch? There's a comedian from Australia, Joe Avati. It's funny. He did this skit where like every Italian wedding, the father of the bride is gonna make a speech, and he's like, "Thanks for everyone coming. Grazie, se venuti a tutti quanti così." And he starts talking without the mic.
You're not that far off.
You kind of look like one.
Nah, I mean,
A little bit.
close. I gotta trim the beard.
He kind of looks like a clown too, because normally the clown they put the little thing on the top of the stuff with a little beard and with the nose. I'm gonna put.
I
a
never
little
saw a
cherry
clown
nose.
with a beard. I don't know what kind of clowns you watch, but it's all right.
In body, that's how they look.
You got to respond. You got to respond.
It
You
can't
have to respond.
That was such a good
What am I gonna
comeback.
You know what you should say?
That was just-
Not only are you the clown, you're the entire circus.
You're a circus.
Great one, Anto.
Peter got mad. What are you? He just said it like a 3-year-old
You're a
response.
circus.
I'm a
I like
circus.
that. You're a circus, my friend.
You can't even make the circus. That's how bad you are. You can't even make the circus. You're worse than Dumbo.
Anto, it's not you're the circus. It's not only are you the clown, you're the entire circus.
You're not paying attention.
Yo, Anto, what's going on? We said no phones.
your father is texting me.
We don't need it. My dad is
You know
not
what he
here.
said? You want to know what he said?
What'd he say?
He's giving me the formation. Donnarumma, Hakimi, Koulibaly, Delete, Teo.
Yo, he's got to be here to say it.
Kessié, Milinkovic.
We're doing it when he gets here. We're doing our best Serie A 11 when he comes.
Texting me.
He probably texted in the group, I'm sure. But I'm happy for Roma. On a serious note, I'm happy for Roma. I think that the fans deserve it. They need something to cheer about. Honestly, these days it feels like everything is so negative, and there's not really that much. I don't want to say hope, but I feel like there's a lot of negatives that are always going Roma's way, and I think it's nice for them. And I saw the fans rejoicing online, and I felt happy for them. I wanted to celebrate with them because I think they deserve it. Peter's boy, Fonseca, getting the win in Europe.
My boy.
How'd you feel?
How do I feel? No, listen. This is the only Italian team left in Europe. You have to support Roma. I think Roma...
Your face is so
in Italy, they don't always get the results, but they do play.
Yeah, you gotta see. Show Antonio's face. Please show Antonio's face.
Nobody saw that. Next, okay.
He's Antonio's face is he's waiting for you to make one mistake. Like he's looking for anywhere.
He's not
staring
looking for a
you
mistake.
down.
He's looking for something that is a trigger word for him.
Conte.
So, I've said Roma. They play good football. They move the ball. They have guys up front that can score and stuff like. And I like the players that they have. That being said.
That being said,
With all due respect, having said that, with all due respect, having said that, okay, next.
In Italy, they haven't won versus the top opposition, right?
Still, yeah. Wow.
So Europa League on Thursdays takes a lot of energy from a game now you have only 2-3 days to prepare for. I think they're putting everything into this Europa League. I think that this result in the first half, they didn't have such a great performance, and they were able to, from 1-0 down on a mistake from Roma to the penalty in the 53rd minute, the game went from 2-0 to 1-1 in that 10-minute span. And then even that 1-1 would have been good for Roma because they were the away team. But getting that second goal
Huge.
adds to their...
Mike is about to burst. It's making me laugh.
So you think they're gonna make it through the next?
That's why you're
round?
not changing the
What
camera
I
angle.
think is a 2-1 result is very good to bring home, and I think Roma can manage that result and even win again at home.
If Ajax
Then
wins
they
1-0,
get into this.
if Ajax wins
No,
1-0,
they're not in.
They're not in, right?
No,
They're
Roma
not
scored
in.
2 away
Right,
goals.
right.
So it's a good result.
2-1,
2-1 is a
then
great
they got it, yeah.
2-1 away win is a
2-0,
great
yeah.
result. And after this, you're gonna have some tough opposition. You're gonna have, potentially a Man U, potentially a Villarreal, potentially an Arsenal. Arsenal tied. So, they're halfway there. In theory they have another.
It's not a walk
2
on the park.
rounds. It's not a walk in the park, but it's quarterfinals, semifinals, final. It's not a bad.
You're right.
There's
But
6
they have
games.
before they have to go through Ajax first, and then
Yes.
if they do, then
By
they
all-
go to the quarterfinal.
By all means.
Against Man U, I guess the winner of Manchester United versus Granada. So it'll be interesting.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
Are you sure that's it?
Yeah, that's the word.
You sure?
bracket.
That's what the brackets are. Yeah.
Oh my
By
God.
the way,
Ryan
yesterday-
against Roma.
Yesterday I was scrolling on the Gazzetta and I saw that PSG won against Bayern. That's a big one. Away, it was away, right?
3-2.
So
Lewandowski wasn't there. Bayern missed 100 chances, by the way.
they did.
100
Who
chances.
cares? At the end of the day, look what
I'm just
happened.
saying, if Lewandowski was there, it would have been.
yo.
They would've scored 10 goals.
Whoever wins that is going to win the Champions
It'd
League,
be
in my
nice
opinion.
if Icardi wins a Champions League with
He doesn't even play.
He doesn't.
it doesn't
play.
matter.
He's
He
30.
still
Doesn't
wins. We
matter.
can say that he
Of course
wins
it
the
does.
championship.
Third string.
Oh,
They
come
might
on.
use him. They might use him.
Come on.
Maybe they will. I mean, Choupo-Moting plays
They
for
could use him
Bayern.
to
so
clean the
maybe-
bathrooms.
You know, it's going to cost you a lot more money if Icardi wins the championship.
How does it affect me?
It's affecting you because you guys are shopping for Icardi.
No, I don't think we are.
Yeah,
You've been saying that for 3 years.
Yeah, this year is for sure. Listen, if Juventus is not saying anything, it's because they are serious about Icardi. Okay?
Did Milan say anything?
No.
Juve didn't
So
say
they're
anything
serious about Icardi.
Juve didn't say anything about Manolas either. Does that mean he's going to go there or no?
Manolas, no, he couldn't even freaking play on Bay 8 over there with us.
But they didn't.
The
Campo
Juve didn't say
Basso over
anything about
50.
it.
No,
Anto,
not
you don't come
even.
to B8 anymore.
I have a job, Pete. I gotta work. If I don't work, my wife will throw me out of the house. Not like you. I gotta work. Okay, you hanging around with the, you know, in the pizzeria over there. What's her name? Ashley. Come on.
No, you don't gotta come. Yeah, he hangs out at the pizzeria.
I hang out at the pizzeria.
I gotta work. I mean, I wanted to come and watch the Roma's game, but traffic and all the stuff. I decided. I said, let me see if I can pull it through the phone. I couldn't get it on the phone because ESPN Plus doesn't
It's
have it.
never been on ESPN
Paramount.
Plus. I've told you like 17
Guess
times
what?
that it's
Good
on
thing.
ESPN Plus.
Next year, you're going to have Serie A and Champions League.
On CBS Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. What the hell
It's
is
the same
this?
thing.
CBS Plus.
Yeah, it's the same
and
thing.
Anto, Europa League too, so don't worry. You can
Yeah,
watch.
so I'll
you
get
can
it
watch
on.
Milan also.
By the way,
He didn't catch that.
okay, we're gonna say that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's go on. Anything else about Roma?
To be honest with you, to me, the UEFA League is just not that important. Otherwise, I would have
For
just.
Roma? For Roma, I think
for Roma,
it's a,
listen,
it's
I wish
a
them,
nice
I wish them
trophy.
nothing but the best. At least we're not talking about Inter or Juventus or things like that. So for me, Roma, if they go all the way, why not? Sure.
Yeah,
I
I think the
I
only
wouldn't
fans in
belittle
Italy
this.
is,
Yeah, I think that's
is
good.
Lazio that probably can't vote for Roma. Everyone else in Italy can
I don't
and
blame-
Napoli,
Yeah.
Napoli and Lazio. Probably the fans. are not
I'll take
gonna-
Roma winning. I hope. I mean, if they do, why not? It's better for us. I
What do
mean,
you think Roma versus Man U if they went?
Listen, Man U is not a good team as much as you guys are putting on the paper.
Who knocked
Man
you
U
out of the Europa League?
Doesn't matter. AC Milan
Can't say they're
didn't
not a
try-
good team.
AC Milan didn't try hard
Yeah,
enough
they
to get
didn't
You
try.
rid
can't
of
say
it.
that they're not a
Come
good
on.
team. They're a good team.
Listen, the way what I saw on the field, that did not impress me.
So how come Milan doesn't try hard enough
We
in Serie A?
didn't want to continue into the
What do you guys
competition
wanna
because for us
continue?
it was a lot more important to stay on the first four places.
One can be true, but the same. You can't say Man United is not a good team.
For what I saw on the field, maybe because Rashford and all of those superstars that were not on the top of their game, they didn't impress me. I saw both games. We saw both games, and they really did not impress me. Defensively, you can just score as many as you need. All you have to do, just have a good midfield, and then they're very vulnerable on defense. They're not that good. That's this Maguire. I wouldn't even walk him, take him to, give him my dog to take a walk. No, I can't.
You got
That
He's
guy's
not
not
even.
worth it. It's not worth it, the money that I spent for him. 90 million. It's like another Romagnoli with a different T-shirt on.
Oh,
That's
what do you
it.
think about the Romagnoli Bernardeschi swap?
No, are they really
You didn't
talking
see it?
about
Yeah, they're
that?
talking
No,
about it.
Please, one
wins?
loser after another.
Who wins in that deal?
First of all, one is a defender, one is a midfielder.
Yeah.
So I don't think AC Milan is going to pull for Bernardeschi. We are much better player than him.
Who wins in that deal?
If they do if they make the deal, nobody, none. Juventus. You think the Juventus they're going to get Romagnoli to defend for them?
I'll take Romagnoli.
No, he's a waste. He's a waste. It's not a leader. It's not a leader.
Next to the league, it'd be good.
No, it's not. It's not. Go ahead. Why don't you take it? You do us a favor.
We'll
Give
do
us
it.
listen. Give us the $25 million.
That's not what they're talking
$25
about.
million that we spend, and that's it. We even.
They're talking about Bernardeschi for Romagnoli.
A swap.
No, Bernardeschi is a waste. What are we gonna do with him? No. I will take Dybala.
Oh
Yeah.
And I will give you $20
For
million.
swap.
Yeah.
I'll give you Romagnoli $20 million, and you give me Dybala.
Yeah, no problem. Done.
We're gonna get a bag of chips also.
Well, I'll take Betancourt for Romagnoli. How's that? You said that you don't like him. I'll take him. Let me have it. Let me
Nah,
deal
we can
with
stick
it.
to
Place
the
of
original
who?
deal.
Huh?
Benacer,
No,
Kessié.
don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it.
He wants
Will
to
it-
stack up the players like Inter.
Yes, I want to have Benacer and Kessié playing, and then what's his name? Betancourt
And Tonali?
And Tonali. Boom.
Oh, nice.
On the bench.
The next 20 minutes.
It's good. You
20,
got a lot of
25
money. You
minutes.
spent 40 million on a bench
Doesn't
player.
matter. None of your business. You spend hundreds of millions just to keep people on the bench. We're trying to catch up with you guys, you know.
Okay.
Speaking about catching up, Juventus played against Napoli. Really exciting match. We were live with Ludovico for the game. Juventus won 2-1. The winning goal coming from Paulo Dybala off the bench. Great win for Juve. A win that I think the team needed. The rumors were that if they did not win, that they had Allegri, who was already hanging out with Agnelli in Forte dei Marmi, that they were talking, they were hanging out. If Pirlo loses, that he was going to be sacked. That's what the newspaper said. Juventus won, and more so than the win was the approach. I think that they came out in the first half with a great approach. It was one of the few times this season that I've seen the team think to go forward. Finally, every player, now pass every ball back, pass the ball backwards, go backwards. No, they moved the ball forwards, which is very important. And I think it was an attribute that this team really lacked for underperforming this year. So they did really good like that. Buffon was absolutely incredible. Once again, as always, they need to do a test and see how old that man is, because I do not believe his age. Chiellini made fourth most appearances in Juventus history. Again, fantastic match along with De Ligt. Ronaldo got on the score sheet, and Federico Chiesa. The goal might say Ronaldo, but that is 95% the work of Chiesa. Beautiful. The way that he beat Insigne and whoever's on the left side,
I think.
Husai for Napoli, was brilliant, was fantastic. Chiesa's been the best player for Juventus in terms of the way he stepped up, his skill. He's got everything to become a great player. They did very well. And finally, we see Paulo Dybala, who Dybala has been missed the entire season. I think people don't realize this. Pirlo, and I understand the people that criticize Pirlo, but if you think about how unlucky Pirlo has been this year, he got a team that has won 9 in a row. All the pressure. You don't win, you're a failure automatically in your first time ever getting a coach. You got a team during COVID, which is one of the hardest things to be able to do. You got a team which is a little bit overrated in terms of the players that you have. And you have a team that didn't have, you couldn't really make your stamp on. And you have all this pressure on you. For a first team coach, and you had Dybala, who's one of the most important players who hasn't been involved all season. You see when he's involved, there's people who like to talk about Dybala this, Dybala that. Dybala's involved, Dybala scores. He always makes a difference. So, Juventus, great job. Napoli, they started waking up a little bit too late into the match, I felt like. They scored late on with Insigne from the penalty spot. And that's it. Very good from Juve. I was happy with the team's performance.
But you guys keep criticizing Dybala.
I've never criticized Dybala.
We should do that. I always was very high on Dybala. Very, 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 very.
I've never said to sell Dybala.
I will take Dybala with no legs. This guy's got a lot more talents than what you guys are bargaining for. So all of these rumors about shipping Dybala away and all that stuff, and all of this BS on the Gazzetta, the Corriere, something but garbage. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to Matteo Bonetti. He's the one that keeps very interesting the talk during the game and during the performance of the team. And the other guy, what's his name next to
Donaldson?
No, he's the guy that is in England. He's another Italian guy.
Marcotti.
Oh, Marcotti.
Yeah, but Matteo to me is top because he's very impartial, and he stays on topic all the time. So Matteo, if you're listening to me, you see how many good things I'm saying about you, not because I'm trying to but because it's the truth. So
what do you want, Antonio?
No, Matteo, I have a secret that I don't want to tell you that he told me, but
okay.
Maybe off the camera.
I know the secret already.
You don't know.
He wants to go to the pizzeria.
I know the secret.
Forget it. Matteo's much smarter than you.
I know the secret.
No secrets. But anyway, I like when he's broadcasting the game.
About Juventus?
Yeah, about anything.
No, I meant like anything about Juventus.
What about the game?
No, not about Juventus. No, not necessarily about Juventus. So
no, I'm saying, what about the game?
Oh, the game. Listen, the game. To be honest with you, Napoli didn't do anything.
Wow, come on.
What did
second
they do?
half? They had chances. Come on.
They
defend
didn't
yourself.
Do much. They didn't do much.
What is much for you?
Listen, the possession was not really overwhelming. They didn't really control physically the game. The tempo was all the time on and off. They never stepped up to the plate and only the last 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and they took a big risk because they took they took a midfielder out, and they a couple times they were almost they got screwed on the counter offense of Juventus. So to me, Napoli did not deserve. So Juventus could have stayed with the 2-0. They wound up. The penalty was not a penalty. There was a penalty that was not given to Napoli. That to me was a penalty, but the penalty that was given, that was not a penalty.
They say there was 1 and 1. For me, neither were penalties.
Yeah.
They said there was one on Chiesa, there was one on another Napoli.
Chiesa, that was a penalty.
Nah, I don't think
that
so.
was a penalty.
Really?
Yes, that was.
The one that we got.
The Chiesa's a penalty?
On Zielinski. No, who was given the penalty against?
I don't know which penalty you're talking
It
about.
was
The guy-
Oshiman.
That was not a penalty. That was not
I mean,
a
he
penalty.
kind of blocked.
I saw that.
He, like,
no,
he
that's
blocked
no
it.
penalty.
For me, neither were penalties.
Whatever.
Not the Napoli penalty. I think that one was. I'm saying Juventus shouldn't have had a penalty. I don't think it was. All right, guys. Today we have our new and one of our first sponsors right now from Manscaped. They are supporting IFTV's podcast. It is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming hygiene. Manscaped is taking over the world and is now available in Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs. Europe and Australia is about to get a lot less hairy. We know we've got all of you Europeans and Australians out there. Happy Australia Day, by the way. Great day for this. That's right, folks. If you live in Europe, you can now purchase Manscaped products. If you live there, you've gone years without using the right tools for the job. Michael was just telling me before. Mike, what's your story?
Dude, my last trim I had, first of all, it nicked like crazy. This one, I even rushed. I wanted to make a mistake, and no nicks. No, I almost got mad that I didn't get them because I was going quick with it. And yo, it's waterproof. You could do it in the shower. The flashlight is sick. And the battery lasts so long, so it's night and day so much
Michael,
better than my last
that is
one.
why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped and engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just now released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, which is what we have right next to us. Like you said, Michael, featuring cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. What I'll tell you is this is premium. Mike, how premium does that feel?
This is really, really high. You think it's 3 times the amount of the cost, but it's so much cheaper. And plus the referral code that we have for you guys, even cheaper, right?
20% off if you use IFTV right now. Guys, that is IFTV. Use that code. You will get 20% off this entire package, even the ball toner, everything that is available over here. We even had people send us videos. We had somebody send us a picture that they ordered with our code. We've had tons of people through our Instagram. So guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the code IFTV at manscaped.com. That is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code IFTV. Your balls will thank you. Guys, go do that. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, I think Juve comfortably won this game. Napoli waited too long. They didn't look hungry enough. They weren't attacking. They on paper they had pretty much their whole team. They were in form, so I expected a hungry performance for Napoli. This was a fight to go to 4th place. And Napoli didn't show me enough. I feel like they seemed scared. They were very conservative and waited for Juve to do something before they started doing something. And Juve, it's pretty standard. Juve deserved it. And Gattuso, now there's gonna be a little bit more fire under the seat right now. 2 places away from 4th spot for Champions League, and now
2 places, 2 points.
2 points away. To go to 4th place Champions League with Atalanta. And there's 9 games left. There's going to be a dogfight until the end.
What do you mean with Atalanta?
Atalanta's
from
4th place.
Well, that was the Juventus Napoli was direct head-to-head. That was for 4th place.
Yeah.
They were both fighting for Champions League. They were both there.
So I was disappointed how they performed.
Who had they had at the same point before they start
Yes.
the game?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no. But listen, I think obviously my attention was more towards the Inter game. But the times that I did watch the Juve and Napoli, the first half, I think Juventus outplayed them. I think Napoli in the second half, he put in Politano. It was a little more lively from Napoli. I thought, they had chances, but nothing was very concrete. I think Gattuso, as we've said, he is better suited on a counter-attacking type style where the team maybe gets an early goal and he can defend it and go break on the counter. And then once Juventus score that first goal, now Napoli have to chase the game. And Gattuso is not known to be this tactical mastermind, whereas maybe, what we've been used to with Sarri, Benitez, like it was a free-flowing Napoli side that would attack at all costs.
A real maestro.
No, but I'm saying, listen, they would. You can say whatever you want, but they knew how to score goals. Napoli knows how to score goals when Sarri was there, when Benitez was there.
Yeah, when you had Mertens in top shape, when you have Insigne in top shape, when you have so many other players.
They have Osimhen. They have Osimhen, who's really good.
It's been a little
Insigne has scored.
Insigne
has scored.
He was the best one who came in for Napoli.
Listen, Osimhen, it would be harsh to expect him to have this outstanding season coming from a French league to coming and playing in Serie A. Serie A is a very, very difficult league for strikers. A lot of strikers take time. So this is a year where he's going to have to adjust, and next year we'll see what happens.
They spend a lot of money for this guy.
They did spend a lot of money. They did spend a lot of money.
Injuries.
Yeah, they did spend a lot of money on him. I think a lot of people were probably upset about the price tag, especially during this COVID situation.
Which isn't his fault.
But yeah, it's not his fault.
Yeah, it is actually his fault.
It's not really his fault. It's not his fault how much the other team wants for him.
He goes to play on this national team over there, and
but
he
that's
ends up
one thing.
wasting
That's
half of
one thing, but not his
Campionato.
cost. That's not the price tag. But that I have to say,
Having said that,
I have to say,
with all due respect,
He's got a new one.
I have to say,
Buffon, that guy is a leader. You can say what you want about him, that he's missed a step or whatever. He had a great game. And he is able to give a lot of confidence to his team and his defense.
Nobody challenged
Something
him.
that-
vocal.
Nobody took a
Something
shot
that-
on him.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
he
I
did.
saw, even when he made the save, right away you saw him,
He's vocal.
express that to his team.
I can do that too.
You can.
But
But
can
you don't
do
make
the
saves
rest?
like Buffon.
I've
But
seen you in net. You're easy.
But it's even the simplicity of his saves that maybe a lot of people don't realize, right? It's nothing spectacular, but it's doing the right parrying style where he was making a save and it to perfection. When they teach you the goalie to hit it out and hit it in a certain direction, he does that. Szczesny, the mistakes that he's made, and other goalies, the mistakes that they have made, is that they might make this fantastic save, but they're not able to maintain the high level of goalkeeping. And you see that mistake where Szczesny gets the ball and bounces right up in front of him, and the 2 goals that he gave up. Buffon, you saw him, the perfect technical thing where he hits the ball and then goes all the way down.
And also, they said that on the play where Morata was 2v1 and he had Federico Chiesa running on the left side, they said that you could hear, we couldn't hear it, but they said you could hear Buffon screaming, pass to Fede.
Yeah, he didn't fucking pass.
I mean, that's fine. Morata was just, he's awful
He waited so long to make that
Stupid.
pass. There was 3, actually. And then also Ronaldo, too. Ronaldo had a 3v2, and he tried to force it to the Morata instead of maybe passing. But, that's part of the genius where he maybe sees something or does something.
But not Morata.
Listen, let me
Not
tell you
Morata.
something.
He also screwed that up in the last match against Torino where he couldn't make a pass when you're against this. It's unacceptable.
Breakaway.
Purely
Listen,
pure unacceptable.
with all due respect, having said that, I think you guys are trying to take an old piece of furniture with a lot of dust that will be Buffon, and you're just trying to clean up the dust from this old piece of furniture. Buffon is done.
Yeah, but antiques are worth a lot.
Szczesny, he got caught a couple times in the last 5 or 6 games. Not because of his, technically in one time it was his mistake, but the defense is a lot of culpable. That's why Szczesny has been shaking lately. If you don't have a very solid defense in front of you, that's what...
They have the best defense in Serie A right now. Yes, they do.
They do, by one goal, yeah.
I know, but in terms of statistic, yes, but
they have, in terms of statistics, by a
Szczesny
long.
does a lot of hard work. Buffon will never be able to save all the balls that
Listen,
Szczesny saved.
anyone who said, I already said it in the past, when Buffon was leaving Juventus back then for PSG, said anyone who thought that Buffon still didn't have it is an idiot. You were one of the first ones that were screaming at Buffon. The guy went to PSG, the guy came back, he's still a champion. He always will be a champion because he's got a different mentality than the people that talk about what he is. Of course he's a challenge. He actually has the respect for himself and for the game because he didn't go to another league where he could have managers made a lot of money. He actually wants to challenge himself because that's what real champions do. They don't just go and take the payday. They want to still maintain at the highest of levels, even if it means taking a step back, but then being prepared when you have that opportunity. Having said that, with all due respect, let's talk about Sassuolo against Inter. I was obviously glancing at that match. I mean, I started watching that match heavy after Juventus was 2-0. Every second I looked, it was Sassuolo in the attacking phase with Inter on the back foot. It was all Sassuolo. They constantly had the possession. I said, watch, Inter's going to go on one counter attack. They're going to break one time. They're going to score. And that was
ugly. That's
Inter.
ugly.
First,
to
we
watch.
scored in the 10th minute.
But P, you saw this
Okay, after the
more
first
than
half.
us, right? This game.
Yeah. No, it was, let's call a spade a spade. Is that yours? I don't remember. But Sassuolo in possession, dominated the possession. Inter were able to score early on, the 10th minute, and practically parked the bus. Sassuolo, even though they had a lot of possession, in the first half, I think a lot of the possession was contained by Inter. Inter were able to play their game, manage the Sassuolo passes, and there wasn't a lot of danger. In the second half, Sassuolo were more effective. They were able to move the ball a little bit quicker, and they were able to have a couple of chances where they could have hurt this Inter side.
Having said
Obviously, I was going to say, obviously the big question mark for this game was the no-call penalty
on what? On Sassuolo, I bet
on
you.
Inter.
Oh, on Inter.
On Inter.
It's always on them.
Sassuolo had one too, though. I
No,
saw somebody with their
that's
shirt.
what I meant.
That
I meant there was a penalty for Sassuolo.
Of course.
I was saying on Inter for Sassuolo, and Inter were able to score the breakaway goal 2-0.
Yeah.
So it could have been penalty 1-1, potential for 1-1, and Inter were able to score 2-0. VAR check, he doesn't give the penalty. I think
Silent check, right?
there was
Or did he?
no silent check.
Silent check,
Silent
of
check.
course.
There's a silent check. Obvious pictures show that he's got a handful of the guy's jersey and literally like pulling like this. The only thing is, in a slow motion,
It looks worse.
I think it looks worse because he's pulling his shirt, yes, but if you see the whole play, the guy is like, the ball is far away from him, and it's
That
kind of
doesn't
like he
matter, though.
sees the push and it goes off like that. It's a light foul.
It could have been given.
It-
You're saying
outside the box, it's probably given. Inside the box, it's like a corner kick when the guy's pulling and tugging your shirt. That's why I think he let it go, because he felt that it was too soft of contact
Enough.
to really give the penalty. I want to say also in the first half, Inter had a cross. Barella crosses it. The guy's arm is out like this, hits off the arm. There was not even a check at all. So, kind of X's each other out, if you want to say. But Inter, Conte had something to say after where he, obviously everyone's upset. Upset in the sense that, Inter's playing terribly. Well, what's going on these last 5 games? But he's making sure that Inter wins and doesn't care about how pretty it looks. He wants Inter to win, and that's the objective. Win
Aren't
every
you
game,
ashamed of yourself?
and they've done it, and they're going to win the
Jesus
Scudetto
Christ.
because of it. So he's actually said
It's disgusting.
he actually said
Are we recording this thing?
he actually said that the Champions League, he was implementing high press, playing quickly and moving the ball from the back, and he didn't get the results that he wanted. Now that for the Scudetto, we've been able to play great, but we also want to make sure that we win, and we're going to do everything that's possible to win. So,
as I said before, I will be ashamed of myself to have a team like that with all of those millions of dollars not to challenge and to play the game the right way. You score, you do the catenaccio. It's a disgrace, total disgrace. Any kids that is watching a game like this and they say, "Oh, look Inter, look at how they score. Defense, everybody close down. Look Conte, what a disgrace. That guy, he makes me puke, to say the very least. But is that what you guys want? God bless, have it. I hope you do the same thing next year in Europe, and because you're gonna get your ass kicked. Because this mentality here, if it stays the same, is gonna be contagious for you to get your ass kicked again and very fast. And there is nobody that can be blamed other than you guys keeping this loser over here, making so much money and disgracing soccer per se. I mean, the game has lost so much. The game of soccer itself has lost so much in quality because of you guys.
Because of Inter.
Yes.
He means the type. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, of course. What did I say?
Did you? Well, they're extending. They're working on extending Conte's contract, and he's actually gonna get
Actually,
a
it's
bump
better
in
for
contract. He's gonna get $13.5 million a year.
It's okay. It's no problem with me.
You know what's funny though that we're talking about this Conte style and stuff. Conte actually came after, I think it was post match for the Sassuolo game. He was saying, everyone was talking about how we're playing. At first it was, let me get the correct word in. Conte was basically saying, right now I'm just looking at the results. Before they were saying, how nicely we played in Champions League or whatever, but we didn't get any results.
What he said.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, he said that. Cool.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's real ugly. Oh,
Well,
God.
but no, it is kind of true at the end of the day. If he's winning and stuff, it doesn't matter how well they play.
Is
It's
that
kind of
ugly or is pretty?
what's pretty is
Are
the
you
3
watching
points.
a game? Are you watching a
What's
game or
pretty?
you watching? What
He's
are you watching?
paid to win. He's not paid to play.
You're not answering my question.
What?
When you watch a game because you want to enjoy the game, okay? Now you're watching a game and you're watching a bunch of losers, high-paid players stepping back and defending.
If I'm an
and
Inter fan,
defending a
I'd be
1-0.
pleased.
A
I'd rather
1-0.
have 3 points.
You have 9 or 11 points.
I'd rather have 3 points.
You have 9 or 11 points advantage. You're defending a 1-0 against Sassuolo. I understand you're playing the Champions League, the final or whatever. You're playing against Sassuolo, middle of the table, team
That's
in the
nothing.
Serie A, and you're winning on 1-0 and you're defending like this is the game of your life. Give me
At the end of the day, the
Right.
only thing that matters is the final result. They got the 3 points. They got the job done.
Mike, you
Everything
talk
else
like
is
you
secondary.
are one of those biggest Inter. You're like on
No,
the management.
I'm talking about what Conte's getting paid so he can win, and that's what
Don't
he's
defend
doing.
Conte.
Listen.
I'm defending anyone
Yes,
that.
you are.
11. This
No.
this game was very important.
Okay. What about
Because
next game? Is
11
it going to be
point-
important?
All the games are important.
Okay,
But
so
this
we're going to
game was
defend after we
very
win
important
1-0.
because you got 11-point lead with 9 games left.
God.
That is a good amount where you can figure.
I like
you
how
know-
Even when they have 11 points, they're scared to say it.
That's
Listen,
funny.
the scare that I have those people for failure has been so high because for them it will be like a suicide if something doesn't go the right way this year. They have felt at everything for so many years. Now, finally, they got within grasp
You know
of
what
winning
we
the
didn't fail
Campionato,
in?
which is a piece of crap for me to begin with, and the being afraid of failure. At that level, when you have spent millions and millions and millions of dollars and having great players playing for you, that's a double disgrace. I understand you have a bunch of losers over there, and they say, "Hey, you know what? I don't have anybody that can get to the game to me to the next level. So let me just pull everybody back." And let me defend what I have right now because I will never be sure if we're going to score another goal for the next 20 years. But those losers, all they do, they have nothing but what they call la lula, whatever. Okay. You have all of those top of the line players. You score 1 goal and you disgrace yourself. I will be ashamed of myself. To be honest with you, I will say that about AC Milan if they will have done exactly the same thing. This is not how you want people. Listen, if I were coming to the stadium,
There's nobody in the stadiums right
doesn't
now.
matter.
They're
I tell
winning.
people on the TV, if I will be coming to the stadium and pay the tickets to watch that shit, I will say to them, you know what? Take the ticket and shove it up your behind.
Anto,
Not make it say anything.
now if
Don't
would you rather play
BS
great
me.
football and finish second, or play horrible football and finish first?
Play soccer. Forget
No,
about
answer
first
my
and
question.
second.
But
It's
answer my
not-
question.
it's not always one or the
It's
other.
nothing to do with. It's nothing to do with that.
It's
Nothing
not-
to do with
it's
that.
not-
something to do.
No.
It's not always one or the other. It's
You
not
know
always
what?
one.
I'm giving him a
But what he's
scenario.
but you guys
I'm
are not.
giving
You're
him a
failing to
scenario.
understand Antonio's
You don't-
point.
you don't get
You
it.
guys are both failing to understand the complexity of his point, which is actually a fair point. Which what he's saying is he's not saying you're in a Champions League final. He even said if you're in Champions League and you need to do this against a top team, okay. But he's saying with everything that you spend against a team like Sassuolo, you should put on a better display. It's what Cassano has said. It's what Vieri has said. It's what other players have said. The same thing, which I understand the point. At the end of the day, though, Inter is winning, and Inter will win the Campionato because they are the best team. You might not like the style that they play, and while I do agree that, in my opinion, they could be showing a better display for the team that they have, that's my opinion. I think they should be doing way better in terms of how they play for that. But having said that, they are the best team. There is no team in Italy that is better than Inter, and that's why they're going to win.
Why didn't Juventus play the whole game like Inter played? Only in the last
They did.
5 minutes.
They
Only
did
the
for
last
9
5 minutes.
for 9 years. They did, and they won.
But that's what I'm saying.
And they weren't happy because in Champions League it didn't work.
But never Juventus did Catenaccio exactly the way they're doing it. No,
Honestly,
they never did that way.
it was
They
pretty
never did it.
similar.
No,
The style has always been. Conte's style and Allegri's style were that. Inter looks like a direct replica of Juventus in almost every sense, and especially in the playing sense. That's how Juventus won 9 league titles. But they did not do well enough in Champions League. They wanted a different style. They thought they had to attack like the top.
Don't give me your stats.
No,
like the top big teams do. In Champions League. You watch PSG Bayern. Do you think they ever stop with 1 goal? No, they keep attacking because it's a different philosophy. Juventus tried to go down this philosophy. It has not worked since then. But your point and his point, you could be agreeing on something. For the Campionato, it works. But in Champions League, they've already gone out. Maybe next year they're not going to do well. So your point doesn't matter.
Let me give you the last, Mike. I'm sorry. Let me just respond to that stuff. Then we stop complaining when you hear people say, "Oh my God, watching Serie A, it's like watching the grass grow." That's
I
why
agree.
everybody gravitated to the English Premier League, to the Spanish La Liga,
That's fair.
to the German Bundesliga, and even to this goddamn stupid French league, because we are having a disgusting way of approaching the game of soccer.
But who's
We have
disagreeing?
losers like Conte over there that he pulls everybody back. He kills the game. You killing the game like that. You winning 1-0. Play the fucking game. Okay?
Let him speak.
You winning 1-0. Play the game. Don't disgrace the game because you're killing the game like that. You are a murderer. You're killing the game. End of the story. There is no ifs and buts.
I understand Antonio's point.
Let me-
I understand
I
Antonio's
just want to
point.
say Inter have the most goals tied with Atalanta in Serie A, 68 goals, 14 more than Milan. So you could say what you
Who
want.
cares about that?
They
Who
scored the
cares?
most goals. They scored
Okay,
the
so
most
what?
goals with
So
Atalanta.
what?
But
So
he's
you're
saying the philosophy is not to attack.
Okay, but I'm saying you're putting on display. You scored the tied for the most goals in Serie A, the second best defense by a goal, best goal difference, and up by 11 points. You can't complain too much. Yes, you can critique, but at the end of the day, Inter are the best team in Serie A. They deserve it. And yes, okay, maybe one game every now and then they're not playing the best.
One game?
It's not one
Listen,
game.
I think the
68 goals.
the last 5 or 6 games, we've seen an Inter team that have been very, very cautious and defensive. Let's put it as it is.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of the season and throughout the season, Inter have played fantastic football. Has it been a counter-attacking style? Yes, but there's also been times when we've been able to high press and move the ball. And even versus the Real Madrids and Shakhtar and stuff, we had a lot of chances to score. We just weren't able to finish, or we didn't have the perfect performance because that team was not ready.
Was not
Still,
ready.
it's
Was
true.
not ready for
Mentally, they were not. They were not champions yet. And now I think, even though we haven't played a perfect game, or we don't play these great performances, which I am also against, and I'm also upset at, because I think this Inter team should go out versus a Sassuolo and play their game, and they would win 4-0.
That's exactly what he's been saying.
That's what I'm not
He's been
arguing.
saying that.
I'm not arguing with that. But I also think there's a time and place for everything. And Conte has made a decision, and he's going to stay with that decision, where he's going to say, listen, this team, they're probably the best defensive unit in not just Italy, but in all of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And I can bet I am serious.
In all of Europe?
In all of Europe, this Inter team is probably the best defense.
No wonder why they were out of the Champions League. They were out of the most competition, and even.
I'm saying now. I'm saying now. Yes. So.
On form, you can argue that.
Pete, whatever you're gonna say, I'm telling you sucks. I'll tell you the reasons why. I'll tell you the reason why.
Guys, you're agreeing. You're agreeing.
I'm agreeing
You're
to you.
agreeing.
I know,
What
but
I'm trying to say
then
is
you
You've
have
just gone
Ryan.
more
Conte,
harsh.
I'm saying Conte has an objective. He wants us to win the Scudetto. Conte, we know, is a defensive coach. He's going to put Inter in the right position to win, and that's it.
And he's
End
going to
of story.
disgrace the
And-
game of
and
soccer in
It's
Italy.
until you win the
And
Scudetto,
he's
and
disgracing
then
the
next
game
year's
of soccer
another
in
And-
Italy.
and at
That's
the
why you
last-
have Ryan once in a while sitting down over there. Oh my God, I got to watch those losers. I don't watch these garbage. I want to watch Manchester United. He's right. He's right. I'm sorry, but he's right. This kind of a performance, this is what puts you. If you have two screens, like we have it over here, right? And you have an Italian Serie A game with Inter playing, and you have I don't know, Liverpool and Manchester United, Manchester City. Of course, you're going to gravitate to watch the English Premier League because over there is movement, there is action. Whether you're winning, whether you're losing, whether you're tying. Over there, you're watching Conte play. It's like the killing of the game of soccer. Soccer is being made
have to
be
sacrifice
played
for the gods.
to be played the right way, to move the ball up and down, and to have the team attacking, defending. It just depends on the circumstances. But you guys, by being 1-0 up and defending, you're destroying the game. And anybody that is looking at it, this is business. I'm telling you right now. I guess you want the campeonato, fine. But this business is business. Then don't cry when the TV rights, they don't come to Italy, or when everybody's shutting you down. ESPN is shutting us down again. Bing Sport is shutting us down. CBS Sport is shutting us down. Whatever.
They just bought it.
Okay. Everybody technically is shutting us down because I'm telling you, it's the quality
That's of
of the
Conte.
game. No, it's the quality
He's,
of the
when,
shit
when he
that you're
says, when he
displaying.
says, guys, you're reading too much into Antonio's words.
I'm joking with him.
It's a
I'm
kind
just
of
saying,
football.
but
It's a
both
kind
of
of
you guys
football.
are both reading too much into Antonio's
Kind of
words
football,
because then
yeah.
look, we unravel, we peel the onion, and you guys end up agreeing on the same thing. Because Antonio, well, you say wild things, and that's what puts people off. But if you actually look at what you're saying, you're unraveling a deeper problem, which is that in Italy, we've gone with this approach where, yes, it's worked in Serie A, but in Champions League, and I was one of the people that I love Conte. I loved Conte. When he's at Juventus, I defended Conte for my life. I thought he was amazing, and I think he did amazing. But you have to call a spade a spade. In Europe, he has never done well. I used it from you.
Well, for me?
Yeah.
Who says it?
I
don't know who
said it at the last
You said it
podcast.
before? Okay.
You have to call a spade because in Europe, he's never done anything well. And you have to question, hey, maybe your philosophy is not the greatest thing to get us in Europe to do well. It's never been successful. He did it at Juventus. He did it at Chelsea. He did it at Inter. And he's failed almost every single time. In the Europa League, Juventus should have went to the final where the final was at home and won that final. He still was not able and capable of doing that. And to me, it's because the game has evolved. Like we were saying just a couple of weeks ago, where we're behind mentally. Yes, it's working right now. And I'm taking nothing away from them. I'm saying they are the best team right now. But I also understand Antonio's point where he's saying when you go out in Europe, because you're used to this philosophy, don't be surprised.
Listen, the winning ugly is killing the game of soccer in Italy. Il campionato italiano, it's not... Listen, you guys are too young, okay? I grew up watching Maradona, watching Kaká, watching Shevchenko, watching Weah, watch Van Basten.
You grew up watching
Gullit.
Shevchenko?
Yeah.
You were too old to grow up watching
You're always
Shevchenko.
growing up.
Listen.
You're always growing up.
Those
Technically,
were-
we're
I grew
growing
up watching Shevchenko.
Those were the players that they made you glued on the TV. There was no need.
But what about Nerio Rocco?
Listen to
The
me.
Milan
Even back
coach.
then. Listen
He
to me.
invented Catenaccio.
Listen to me. You're not listening. That's the problem with you. When the Italy Championship was a pleasure to watch, you didn't even know that the English Premier League existed. Those people that could only dream to watch Italy play or the Campionato Italiano. Nobody cared about the English Premier, the Spanish Premier, except for Barcelona and Real Madrid. There were only two teams. The Bayern was the only team in Germany, and maybe the Paris Saint-Germain. Not even the Paris Saint-Germain. The Paris Saint-Germain is the last 10 years. But before then, there was not. France didn't even exist on the map. So it was nothing but Italy.
He means the
It was
footballing map.
nothing but Italy. There was Inter, Milan, Juventus, Roma, Napoli. Those were the 5 or 6 teams that they kept all Europe focused on us. And that's the results were clearly gravitating all the best players that were gravitating on the Campionato Italiano. Right now, it's business only.
The reason why Italy is behind is not because of Conte or the poor
What is
football.
it?
It comes from the bureaucracy in Italy and no stadiums.
That's BS.
No, it is true.
That's BS.
They cannot
That's only
compete.
part. It's only 5
You want to get the
10%.
best players? You got to pay the best players.
Yeah?
Yes.
With what money?
Exactly.
But he's
How do
talking
you
about
get
We
money?
want
philosophy.
money. I'm
He's
talking about the philosophy.
But I'm
He's talking
arguing,
about
I gotta
philosophy.
pay.
I'm arguing with him, saying that the philosophy only works to a certain point because you need the players in the end.
But you don't think Inter's? But you just said that Inter's players could be playing with a more
They
attack-minded
can.
philosophy.
But that doesn't gravitate or attract. That maybe gravitates and attracts the fans, but not the players.
Let me
let's
ask you
conclude.
guys something. Let me ask you guys something. I know you want to cut to the subject, and then we're gonna finish.
No, I
with
wanted
this.
to end. Yeah.
You want to end? Okay. Let me ask you something. You are the manager of with a lot of money from an English Premier League, Guardiola. Guardiola is looking at the way I don't know, Lukaku or somebody else is playing. They said, you know what? I want to get that guy. Or he's looking at Barella, and then he's gonna say, well, how much is it? You know what? I'm buying you. The first thing that I tell them when they move over there, I said, that shit that you did in Italy, it's over. Over here, we winning 1-0. We play. We play. Because if we don't, people, they're going to start to boo you and they're going to start to chant. Because in England, everybody chants. So you do not want to disgrace the game. Okay? Sometimes it's better to lose. Sometimes, it's not all the time. It's better to lose, but you put a big display. The people that do appreciate more the game that way. But if you go over there week after week and after week and after week, and you're putting that nasty display that you're winning 1-0, and you put the people to sleep, people they're not gonna like that. That's what it is. That's what it is.
There's some truth to his. I understand what you mean.
People in insomnia are gonna like it.
Listen. It's like when you eat a candy, right? It tastes good at first, but if you keep eating the candy, it's not good for you long term.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's a stop gate. Oh, good, nice. But you eat it for too long, and guess what? It rots your teeth. And what he is trying to say is that these kind of solutions, long term, are not going to benefit Italy. You gotta read. I know you say some wild things, and it's hard to understand
TV
sometimes.
rights.
All right. No. We're not going back into this. We're not going back to this. It was too crazy of a podcast already, guys. I didn't think we were gonna go this long. I thought we were gonna keep it short. It was, guys. Don't always take things too seriously with what we say. Read into them. Don't get flustered by the words that you use or how loud somebody speaks. Try to understand the principle of what each other are saying.
I do.
You're the last one too. You're the last one. Guys, April 16th, we have another merch drop. Get ready. We're not dead yet because we are never dead. Am I right?
He's an Inter fan. Inter fans don't wear that shirt.
This is a closet AC Milan fan, by the way.
Milanista,
Yeah, I know. I can see.
Since I
I
was
can
born.
see.
And we've got a lot new styles available on April 16th. So be ready. Get going. I think we got a picture or a video that's going over right now with all the different stuff.
Anything about Campobasso?
I don't know. They didn't play yet.
Oh, when
They're gonna play Sunday.
Campobasso USA, no?
Oh well,
You're playing Sunday.
Well,
We saw your jerseys.
Campobasso USA, by the way, it's Matt Rizzetta in coordination with Nicola Cirincione. They did sponsor our team. I said we're very proud of that. Okay, and Matt, again, thank you. I'm gonna thank you on the name of all my colleagues and players and teammates. Beautiful shirts. Everybody's already asking whether those shirts are on sale, but unfortunately, they said this is only the shirts that were made for us. I think we posted some of them, right?
Yeah.
And some of the
They're
tifosi,
great.
they already the podcast followers, they already starting to ask a bunch of questions whether that can be bought. But we'll see. Well, I don't know. Never
Maybe
say
in the
never.
How about with Antonio name?
Yo, he wears number 19 like Bonucci.
Oh.
Yo, I swear.
Can't
He wears
believe it.
number 19
only
like
for the
Bonucci.
picture, but my jersey is number 5 anyway. So
for Felipe Melo.
So we're gonna have weather permitting, Matt. We're gonna have
Weather
the first
permitting.
game.
What is this?
No, it rained.
What do you
because
play, baseball?
Well, it's a
Yeah,
grass
what, you're
field.
scared of
You
the
don't
rain?
play
I'm
rain?
You're scared of a little drizzle? Oh my gosh,
Antonio,
Antonio.
I
You're one of those
expected more than
guys.
you.
You're one of those guys. You talk all big, but then a little drizzle.
What are we
you
playing,
cancel your
baseball over
Gen-
here?
You're
Gent-
the reason why people watch the Premier League.
game. Yeah, that's true. That's weak.
When it rains in
That's
the
very
Premier
weak.
League, they play.
That's true. The Premier League, they play in the rain. They
Matt,
play in the rain.
Matt, I'm gonna say it live in front of everybody. We're gonna work our ass off because we want to make you
Unless it's
proud.
raining.
We're gonna make you proud that you put the sponsorship on our shirts.
Better not
and
lose.
Yeah, if you lose one game, we're protesting.
Listen,
If you defend, we're gonna be there
Oh
booing
my
you guys.
God. Okay.
Better not do a catenaccio.
Yeah, we're gonna boo you.
I
Or
need-
a bel gioco.
I need
No
some
own
help
goals
over
from
here.
you either
We
this
don't-
time.
We don't play like that, Pete. We don't
can't
know.
guarantee
What do you guys do, catenaccio?
Don't worry about that. Let me worry about it. Okay.
Ludovico told me you play like Romagnoli.
So we're gonna be.
Is everybody over 50?
We're gonna. Yeah. Are you sure? We're gonna.
Yo, Ryan, I saw Ryan training with you.
Is everybody over 50?
We're gonna be fighting.
Hey,
oh
is
my
everybody
God!
over
Everybody's
50?
over
You
50.
sure?
There is no cheating.
Yo, Peter was the one practicing with you last week.
Yeah, that guy. Listen, that guy can't even keep up with you over 50.
Yeah.
You know, he sees Stan coming out. So
Yeah,
anyway,
but at least he's there in the rain.
Anyway, you guys are gonna be doing some
We're gonna bring the ultras.
Yeah.
some
We'll come
videos.
for-
or
we'll
Where do
come
you
for a
something.
guys
nice big
play?
game and we'll-
Where do you guys play? Tell everybody where you play. They come.
We're
watch
gonna
the
be
game.
playing in Freehold in New Jersey.
I ain't going to Jersey.
Okay, and we're gonna be playing even on Cranberry, which is not far.
Cranberries?
Cranberry, yeah.
It's not Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
All right. So, Matt, thank you again in front of everybody. We appreciate what you're doing, and we're hoping we're not disappointed. We're not gonna be disappointing you.
Already started.
Yeah, I know. Why are you talking about disappointment?
No, we're not gonna disappoint. I know.
So
that
why
we're
even
disappointed.
mention
These are all
disappointment?
apologizing.
Yeah.
Listen, the goal. I take everything seriously. This is not a joke. So I
you
take
afraid
everything.
this
No,
year?
I mean I'm not afraid, but I'm
Unless
not. I'm not
there's
gonna take-
rain.
I'm not afraid. I've never been afraid of anything.
Well, what
but
type
I'm not
of team
taking,
do you have?
I'm not gonna take anything lightly.
Media
Like,
classifica.
yeah, we're not buying everybody like you. We're not trying to steal any players and try to
So
make
you
the
guys
best
are
team.
relegation zone?
We wet what we have, and we're gonna deal with that. Okay?
Relegation zone.
Okay, so
Read between the lines.
I have a question.
go ahead.
If you practice and it starts raining, what do you guys do?
We always play.
You go back in the car.
We
But you practice in the rain, but you don't
bunch
play in
of
the rain.
losers. We're a bunch of losers.
Answer.
Oh,
You practice in
You
the
know,
rain.
it's good that you guys get to watch this thing because you see what I'm dealing with. A bunch of losers of you, those three bastards. Okay, can we? Okay, guys, thank you for watching us. And this episode is closed. So the drop is coming around on the 16th.
Andate in pace.
Listen, a lot of people have been already asking me because they saw some of the picture off the line or whatever. So take that
Off
shirt
the
and
line.
buy it because
Online. Online.
off
the line.
Whatever. You know what I meant. So
All right.
anyway, so buy the shirts and don't come and complain to me that Antonio that the shirts are no longer there on the shelf.
It's
So-
true. You
so
give
we-
out our cards a lot, so everybody always
We have,
asks
a
you where to buy
limited,
stuff.
we have a limited edition and take advantage because they're going to go right away.
And
I don't know.
yes, mailing list in the description so you guys can sign up, and the website is there, so no excuses if they miss out on it, right, Anto?
Guys, as always, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.
Ciao,
Ciao, ragazzi.
guys.